Hey everybody, how's it going? Hope everything works good here. There we go. Got my Android Auto all set up. Hey Alonga, how you doing? Robert, what's up, brother? Dang, license plate's vibrating this morning. I gotta fix that. My cousin Kim had the same issue. Take the dang thing out and throw it. I gotta go see my rheumatologist down there. They got me a rheumatologist down there because the one in Idaho Falls can't seem to deal with the VA. So they turned me away on my appointment because they said my referral was denied or something. The VA said, oh yeah, I did safety checks. I always check my whole car out before I go anywhere. I just had it serviced, everything else. My license plate only has the top screws and the bottom sits on a deal, and the wind hits just right, it flaps. But whoa, yeah, my dang mount doesn't want to stick very good because of, I think, my armor all in my car took half the sticky off of it, or it's just cold. I don't know. The 3M deal just pulled right off my thing. Usually those things are like freaking hell to get off. And do your oil change. I did. I had mine done at Jiffy Lube for Veterans Day. They did a free oil change. That was pretty cool of them. Yeah, we're taking my newer Ford to the VA. I got. Oh, yeah, that mount's not gonna work. Let's see what I can do here. I got a windshield one too. Hey Sonia, how you doing? Yeah, my little 3M deal doesn't want to stick to my dash. Like I said, probably because I use Armor All in this thing all the time. So I brought my suction cup mount. Should be able to suction cup it to the windshield. So you flip you guys upside down here. Ta-da! You're gonna try to do a good live stream all the way to Utah. Hold on a second here. Hey Annabella, how you doing? Trying to get everything worked out here. My dang phone's falling off the counter or off the dash, so try to hook my windshield mount up here. I'll lick my suction cup so it sticks good here. Okay, here we go. Tighten all my little mount things up and stuff. Wow, that thing's loose. Hey, what's up, Jorge? What's going on, buddy? Already having technical difficulties. It's kind of grim, cloudy day to day. Everything kind of looks like hell. If anybody wants to come up and chat, I can hook that up. I got a comment deal here or whatever. Drop my link, but can't go to the YouTubes and pin it right now, so I don't even know how to pull things up here. Now my mount's 10 feet long, so my camera's a little shaky. Hey Angie, how you doing? Yeah, go check out Jorge's new video. Hey, thanks Robert, appreciate it, brother. Yeah, that looked like a pretty good one. I seen some on a deal that hooked to your mirror. That was pretty cool. I got this giant long suction cup deal with some GoPro mounts and everything else. Probably could have just brought my clip mount on and clipped it to the rearview mirror or something. I wanted to have my phone up there so I could show the road if I wanted to. But in my little tracker, I trimmed my little mount to the dash, and I don't know if you can knock that thing off with a hammer. I don't know if it's cold or what. This one just don't want to stick. Lost half the sticky. This car I clean and do everything with. Some guy pulling off the road for no reason here. People are crazy. Gotta be careful. I brought like a whole ton of junk food and stuff. Hot tamale candy canes. I got some Cliff bars. I got some trail mix. I got some tea, energy drinks. We'll get bucked up here. Bucked up energy. This is the Rocket Pop. They actually make it here in Utah where I'm going. Oh, pulling into the little town of Blackfoot. Population 12,346. My town's like 500. I did bring my GoPro in case I wanted to video with that, but I figured, oh, I hit the wrong button. I was going to put the cam on the road. Gotta go into my settings. Yeah, I'm a pretty good driver there. I just gotta watch out for all the yo-yos. So, got about 3 hour drive, 3.5, something like that. Just depends on traffic and everything. I put my GoPro up there and would have just went live on YouTube. It wouldn't be any shaking because that sucker has a gimbal in it. It stays nice and steady. Between the rough roads here and my tires are about shot. Probably have to spend 500 or so on tires in a month or two. We'll get her taken care of. Hopefully things go good down at the VA hospital and that. Got a little cash saved so I can go out and have some lunch. Yes, Musa. It's almost 10 a.m. here, so pretty bright. Please, it's not too shaky. People get seasick. They say my mount's like this long now because it's suction cupped. Figured I'd bring everybody along. We have a little road trip. Probably get there about an hour early, but that's okay. I gotta find my clinic. The VA hospital in Salt Lake's huge. They have like 11 buildings or so, something like that, and they have underground tunnels that go to all of them. They have like little golf carts that can take you down the little roads down underground and take you to whatever building you're going to. I'm going to main hospital, but It goes over to the University of Utah underground to their hospital. Big, big clinic. They have a underground. They have stores and restaurants and stuff in the little alleyways down there. Go into the little class 6 or BX or PX or whatever the hell. And got gift shops. They got everything. Oh, there's my friend's pawn shop. Hey, thank you, brother. Yeah, I do a lot of driving sometimes. I don't make this trip very often, but it's okay. We have GPS. When I get into Salt Lake, I'll probably end my stream because the traffic there is ridiculous and people don't know how to drive there. So here in a minute, we'll get on the interstate. Then we can haul butt, 80 mile an hour. Be about 130 kilometers an hour. We'll be a flying. Hey, Barrows, I was going to ask if you want to go road trip with me. Okay, you want to go on a quick little ride to Utah? Yeah. And go maybe find a couple wives while I'm down there. I might be stuck down there. I got like $20. So if I break down, I'm kind of in trouble. I'll call my dad, have him come get me. From my boss. Sure, if I need something, I can call one of my friends and have them send me a cash app or something. I can pay them back on Monday or something. It's gonna be a drive. Yeah, sometimes you just got to. That's what I'm doing. I have to go down to the hospital, and after I meet my doctor and they check me out and everything, then I can just do video visits on my phone. And they'll put my prescriptions in and change things and do whatever. If I have to get tests, I can go into the little clinic here in my town, Idaho Falls, and then they'll just put the results in the computer. That ought to get it, Barrows. This thing's got almost to 112,000 miles on it. I've never had to take it to the shop, really. I had a wheel speed sensor and a brake line. That's all I've had to change on this thing. So, been pretty lucky with it. My dad's buddy, he's probably about 12 grand or so into paying his deductible for his thing on his pickup. The coverage he got on it, his warranty, he got an aftermarket one. It has a $500 deductible. So every single time he takes it to the shop, he has to pay $500. And that Chevy's running probably $12,000-$15,000 now. One of them Duramax diesels. It's no good. Biggest mistake he did, he bought one lifted. You want to lift one, you find one that's been taken care of and lift it yourself. Because usually the people that lift them beat the hell out of them. So by the time you get it, there ain't much truck left. Yeah, going on to the I-15. My camera's like swinging because my mount doesn't get hard. I don't know. Might have to keep tightening it more until it grabs. Turn a corner, my whole mount's like turning. I have to get a better mount in this car. But most of my adventures and taking my dog out and stuff like that will be in my little Geo. So probably I was thinking it was Thursday today. Probably tomorrow. I might still release the video on Friday, but tomorrow I got a bolt a piece on the Geo Tracker, and I bought a little snow plow for $75 to mount on the Geo. It's a little 60-inch UTV plow. So I put that on the tracker and go plow driveways, maybe make a little extra change. A little side business. Oh yeah, that's right, Barrows. That's what I tell everybody. Don't lift a new pile of crap. But like I say, if you're gonna do it, buy a good solid truck, low mileage, taken care of, and do it. You don't buy one some kid has that been programmed and it's all lifted on big old tires and crap, because you know everything's shot in it. Like I say, if you lift these new ones, everything goes out on them anyway. Like my old 76, that sucker's tough. It's all lifted. It'll go anywhere. I mean, that is a mean truck. These new ones, you lift them or anything, you're in trouble. Anything that breaks costs you thousands, where mine might cost you $100. You say my whole rear end went out, and we fixed that for $125. So went and yanked it out, throwed it in, back on the road. So I'm headed for the reservation. I see tarps hanging in trees and cars on cinder blocks. Barrows knows what I'm talking about. It's ghetto out here. There's trash bags all down the side of the interstate. Yeah, like say you lift a new truck, you do it right, you're gonna be 10 grand into a lift, because if you get all the right parts and the expensive lift kit and all the right stuff to do it, you're looking at serious money. Yeah, the little snowplow I bought for the Geo, I got a little plate I just got to put up under there on the arm, and it actually fits perfect. It matches the curve of it and everything. Slide that in there, drill like 4 holes, put some bolts in there, and then I got 2 pins, and I can pop my snowplow on, and it's got a little pin that you pull out, and you take your winch hook off and slide it in there and put the pin in there, and you lift it up and down with the winch. So it's going to be a nice little setup on the tractor. Be a cool little upgrade. Like say somebody needs their driveway plowed or whatever, get out, turn the plow whatever way you want, whip through the driveway, and it's plowed. I've had people give me $100 to shovel their driveway, so who knows how much I can make in a good day with the tractor with a snowplow on it. You know, I'm almost to Fort Hall already. Got a little ways. Yeah, it's supposed to snow for like 4 days here though. One day it'll hit winter. The mornings have been kind of cold. It's up to 25 now, but about 20 this morning. It's been about 16, so yeah, it's gonna be. Hopefully, it gets dumping some snow. Like I say, it'd be good business. I'll put my info out there. And hey, HMS Handwriting, how you doing, my friend? Appreciate you coming. If you hit USA, my Nightbot will drop your link. Yeah, one of these days I think it'll hit hard. Hey, Roxy, how you doing? We're cruising down the interstate. Cruising down the interstate, running 30 minutes late, singing Margaritaville and minding my own. I'm about an hour and a half early, but figure I need to leave home by 10:30, 11, and it's 10 right now, and I'm already a good way down the road. Oh, I'm doing fabulous. Just headed to the doctor. I finally detailed this thing and decided I'm not going to put my dog in here anymore. She just makes a hairy mess of everything. Some beach, somewhere, there's a big umbrella casting shade over an empty chair. Not much of a singer, but I like me some music. Get on here, see how many people we get some watch hours. Might as well. What? Left shoulder closed? Oh no! Got a bad shoulder. Road work, 65 mile an hour. Oh man. Everybody else keeping going fast, but I'm not gonna get a ticket today. I got a long way to go. Driving. I need to do the Barrow's license plate fix on this thing, maybe. It's my license plates are rattling today. Yeah, internet can get sketchy. It actually says I have 2 bars and 5G right now, so they're getting a lot of 5G put up. I get it outside, but in my house it goes to 4G. I remember I got my short posted. I got my little pellet stove in my shop, warm things up. A good little pellet stove, runs real good, and it pushes enough heat for my little bully barn. So we're gonna have some fire in there. And yeah, so you got people coming flying up on me. This guy got California plates, and he don't care. Surf Pro. It's even a company truck, and he's probably. Oh, kicked to 4G now. Barrow's been making this drive. His wife's car's stuck down here and it won't make it out of Utah because he doesn't have 2 wives. That's why they have multiple wives in Utah, because your car breaks down, you got to push it. You have multiple wives, you get more power pushing. I don't have a knife on me today. What the hell? I'm trying to get the top off so I can eat some hot tamales. Mmm. Love me some hot tamales. There's your rumble strip. Ha! Kind of swerved while I was throwing my cap off my candy. Now my mouth will be pretty in red for the doctor. If I wasn't broke, I'd try to go to that hot springs they got down there. It's inside of a mountain. I need to go down there one of these days. Check it out. I've never been. Behind a cement truck. We're out of the construction now. I can haul butt. Hold on to your backside. We're going turbo. Wham! Holly that runs the bar, she said that she's got a Volkswagen Baja Bug all done out. She was telling me it was turbo, and then they were telling me it had 2 carburetors on it. It must be a hell of a setup, but she's trying to sell it for $6,000. I have to find out what freight it'd be and get Robert a cool Beetle. My buddy Robert's son wants a Beetle over in Hawaii. Oh man, that sucks. So I haven't heard from your dad or anything. Haven't seen him, so didn't know he was in the hospital. That's a bummer. He's not doing so hot. Man, we're a flying. Cause I can't drive 65. I'll do 80. It's 55, but I can change it up, make it my own. Oh, more down to 65 signs. 65 ahead. Forget, that's crazy. Pocatello is usually warmer. Now I'm getting into the snow. Yeah, Roxy. I'm a ridiculous driver. I like to go to Cuba and run my Ford Thunderbird about 140 mile an hour. She likes it, so. Oh wow, now it dropped down to 55 on the interstate. Say I was up 85, 90 there. It's 80, but yeah, I have some places I go that there isn't really any traffic. And it's nice, straight, flat roads, and I just open my T-Bird up. It's got a big block 429 Thunderjet in it, and it likes to fly. Oh man, I'm doing 15 over the speed limit. Got to set my cruise control in this thing with the turbo. It likes to go. People think these little 4-cylinders don't have much power, but these little turbo suckers, they move. Yeah, there's a lot of speed traps. You just said that. There's a state cop up here, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, yep, state police right there. They got look like a little souped up little Honda sporty car. They giving him a ticket. I don't think they give warnings out here much either. All kinds of shenanigans going on down here in the construction. Yeah, I always set the cruise because these dang cars, they take off. As bad as my big block. And the sun's right in my face, kind of. My friend Cheryl had to go to her uncle's funeral while she was home for the holidays, and They had to ride 4 hours on motorcycles to get to her uncle's house. And last night they was riding 4 hours back. So, oh, that's cool. Yeah, I have a. This is a 2017 Ford Fusion with the 2.0 turbo EcoBoost. It goes pretty good. Like 250 horsepower with the turbo. It slowed down. I said, "There's no cops out here." Oh, he said, "They're here." Yeah, that where I'm at, I don't worry about it too much. I just call the cops and ask them where they're at. Be texting while I'm driving down the road. It's okay. Is anybody out here? No. Okay. I'm gonna go test drive. That's awesome, Roxy. Mine's got almost 112,000. I bought it with like 75,000 on it. About, I think I had it almost right at 2 years now. Debating trading it up for a decent truck. Good over here until I get out of town. I think I'm still in the 65 zone. People trying to pass. No, I'm still in Idaho right now. I live in Idaho. I gotta drive like 3.5 hours to the VA hospital if I go down there. But they pay me like $140 for per diem and fuel and all that. So, not bad. Like I say, I'll be driving almost 7 hours today. 10 miles on it. Freaking test drive, whatever. Yeah, I bought a brand new Chevy Aveo when I was in the military. It was a pile of crap, but when I got it, it had like 3 miles on it. Within 4 months, I traded it in for a pickup. That thing was in the shop every time I got back to the base. Check engine light, come on. I think it had maybe 20,000 miles when I got rid of it. Oh, probably more like 10. I don't know. Didn't make it long. I just got tired of it being in the shop, so I got something else. Well, one tube of candy down. That's cool, food nerd. I used to do a lot of whitewater rafting and stuff. Let's see here. Got a message from somebody, I think. No, one of my friends went live on freaking Instagram. I got a red tongue for the doctor. Be very, very pink. Yeah, some new vehicles you don't want to touch. Yeah, there's a lot that have a lot of problems. They modify the motors, come up with new motors, and like I say, until the design's proven, it's really kind of a gamble to get one. All the best rock houndings in Idaho, it's the gem state here. There's places you can go and find thunder eggs. cut them. They have like the geodes and stuff in them, full of crystals and all that. I don't know about truffles. We do a lot of mushroom hunting. They got morel mushrooms here that are supposed to be. You can put like 6 little morels in a Ziploc bag and sell it for like $100. We have like all the rocks. Like I say, this is the gem state. There's different precious gems and stuff everywhere. Yeah, Barrows is my cousin. He literally lives like 3 miles from me. So his wife's always up in Oregon working and stuff, and we travel around here some. I say up Salmon, Chalice. That's real mountain country and stuff. Getting into some mountains here. Let's see if we can get my camera swapped here. There we go. There's a little better view for y'all. We'll go with the mountains for a little bit. Oh, I gotta pull my mount up a little here so not see my phone holder. There we go. Yeah, his wife travels all over for people working and stuff. There's some off-road trails up through the mountains here. Yeah, we have a ton of obsidian and stuff here. Ain't sped up yet. Speed limit 80. We're doing 70. Got behind a hay truck here. Hey truck. Hey. Hey Angie, how you doing? Yeah, it's been pretty nice weather. Got a little snow. See, we're driving through the mountains now, so I figured I'd swap the camera around so y'all could see something other than my face. Just a cruising down the road. There's some real snow up on the big mountains up here. Baby, I'm free falling. Yeah, it's a fun job riding fences and all that good stuff. It's like 3.5 hours, Robert. Usually make it down and back on a tank of gas. This thing gets pretty good mileage. Actually gets worse mileage on the interstate. Best mileage probably is about 45. At 55, I can pull about 39. At 80, I get about 30. Yeah, Robert, I just sign in on the computer when I get there, and they'll put money in my account. It's been a few years since I've been, so it might have went up, but last time I went, I think it was $140 with what their per diem and all that is. Choke cherries and huckleberries through here as well. Yeah, we go right up here in around Soda Springs where we do our huckleberry picking. We usually go up to Brush and Rollins Creek to get choke cherries. A lot of choke cherry trees around there. Choke cherry makes some real good syrup. I remember we used to stop when we were up fishing and stuff. They was ready and pick some bags of choke cherries, and my mom turned it into syrup when we got home. Let's see, might drop down their speed a little just for fuel economy. Yeah, we're going downhill right now, so hard to tell. But if I get down around 75, kind of pegged out my fuel economy. I was at about 30, 32. Going down this hill right now, I'm getting like 50, but yeah, we're right in the middle of the valley. Like, we got mountains all around us. Go far enough in each direction, we're pretty much in a big bowl. The one thing about these little motors, especially with the turbos, up and downhill sure plays crazy on your gas mileage. Man, Robert, don't spend it all in one place. Probably not quite as far for you. I could probably drive all the way across Hawaii for what I'm doing here. Yeah, now I'm getting like 18 miles to the gallon going up this hill. Go to my trip meter, it shows you what the average for the trip is. We're 28.3. Travis was shocked when he came here to visit. He thought we lived in the flatlands like Nebraska. Yeah, there's a lot of little hills here and mountains. Now we're out in the cedar trees now. Got cedar trees everywhere. I wonder if they have a cafe at the VA clinic. I might go in there and have some chow. I'm sure they got a cafe somewhere. Look at all that snow, Robert. I'd mail you some, but it'd probably melt on the way. I had a few people told me they like the snow, and I was thinking about mailing them bottles of water and take a marker and write on it melted snow. Oh yeah, you can drive. hour one way and you're in the middle of a desert. You drive an hour the other way and you're up in the mountains, sitting on some beautiful lake, doing some fishing. Hey, Jay's Arm, how are you doing? Good to see you, my friend. Yeah, Idaho has a little bit of everything, but the weather's very bipolar. Could be 70 today and 16 tomorrow. The mountains off there in the distance, big old mountains. Glad the wind finally quit grabbing my license plate and making it flip. That's right. A lot of people try to move in here and take over, and then they get the cold and they go, "Oh hell with this." Right behind the ups man. This guy's got ups packages. Yeah, that's about where I'm getting there, Lisa. I'm freaking getting to hate the snow. You get older and you just seen enough of it. When you're young, it's fun to play in sometimes, but start getting older and getting arthritis and everything else, and this snow just is a bad deal. But when I get tired of it, I'll just retire and move in with Robert over in Hawaii, and we'll have a good old time over there. Yeah, barrows, it'll get loaded eventually, right? Long Beach. I just got a whole deal at a yard sale the other day. Guy gave me a whole vase clear full of sand from Long Beach. It's got about a couple inches of sand from Long Beach in the bottom, and then the whole rest of the thing is clear full of whole sand dollars. Yeah, I'll do all your mechanicing and build you some cars and all that, Robert. There's actually a guy over here for like 3,000 right now, has a beautiful Volkswagen Beetle convertible. Just needs the seats and stuff done. The seats are kind of rotten. It was probably sitting out somewhere, and they had to look like they probably put a new convertible top on it. They had the top down, and the seats rotted, or the top was rotten, something. But yeah, it's a little orange bug. Had a good paint job on it. Had a black top. Real pretty little car. Only problem is I don't think I can get it in my little fishing boat to get it over to you. So don't know how much it costs to get it on a boat and ship it to Hawaii. Your school colors is orange and black, huh? That's cool. Yeah. Yeah, I love me some fishing, Lisa. One of these days, I'm gonna make it over to over to Hawaii, hang out with Robert, go do some fishing, hang out on the beaches, have a little vacation of it. Yeah, yeah, I think it was 3,000 or 3,500, something like that. It's been on Craigslist for like a month or so. One of my videos, I'll have to go live and put my screen up or whatever and look it over, show you all the pictures and stuff. Can't do all that screen sharing and stuff from my phone, but yeah, like I said, I'd find out where you'd have to get it, how much it costs to ship one to Hawaii. Me and Barrows, we can find some cars. We're good at that. I'm actually looking at getting a Baja Bug from his dad, making it it's a all lifted, got like truck tires on it, and I think I'm gonna put a turbo 4-cylinder Ford motor on it. Oh, happy birthday to your boy, Robert. That's awesome. Be 12 tomorrow. Yeah, my daughter's 13. She'll be 14 in May. Yeah, those Bajas, they're awesome. The one his dad has no windows in it. It has like no interior in it. The cool thing is it's full caged. So there's a full roll cage through the whole car. Yeah, Robert, we'll marry my daughter off to your boy. Sorry, babe, you're getting an arranged marriage because Robert says so, and he's bigger than I am. So I don't want him to send the rock after me to whoop me up. Yeah, that Baja just needs some racing seats slapped in it and throw some winders in it and do her up. Put the turbo motor in there, wire her all up. Yeah, they do. They grow up too fast. My daughter, she's getting big and she looks just like me. It's poor kid. Got her dad's looks. Let's see, I think I'm gonna get into some freaking trail mix. Yeah, like you see my face, I had some long hair, and that's pretty much my daughter. She's a good kid. Wow, this holiday checks mix has some trail mix has some cool stuff in it. Yeah, might have to drag race it. Son looks like a Filipino Kurt Cobain. Huh? My daughter's pretty shy. Her birthday is May 31st. Not sure what she is, but she is a very shy kid. Yeah, that freaking thing a haul ass. Yes, Filipinos are the best. I hung out with some Samoans and Tongans too, and they're awesome people. A lot of good people out there. Just depends on where you go and how they was raised. But yeah, I love me some Filipino food. I think they shut it down. They had a little Filipino restaurant here in Pocatello, and it was like you just went to some Filipino's house. You just walk in and they had a table with all the food in it, and you paid them like $12 or something. And you and all the good stuff. Robert, I have Instagram. Instagram and YouTube. That's all. And my email. My email's in my about on my YouTube page. You always send me an email or something. Always so much freaking drama on the Facebook. I quit doing Facebook about 7 years ago. It's in the Philippines, huh? Well, you guess you better move to the Philippines. Take Ari with you. He's learning some Tagalog. Maybe he'd probably blend in. Ari's got that color and look. He could play like 10 different races. My buddy Robert, his wife's Filipino. Yeah, I keep telling Ari he's got to play Johnny Cash and start sneaking out parts and turn his Apache into an E-Pache. Yeah, I know Ari. He's a tall kid. He took a picture for me in one of the old baby birds, like a 55 Thunderbird that he was working on. And yeah, he was packed in there. Yeah, that's a true story there. We have an underground river here in Idaho. No, we'll put some pontoons on the side of his truck, and he can drive it to the Philippines. That's what we'll do with Robert's Beetle. We'll just put pontoons on it and drive it to Hawaii. No, you can't float down the river. This one goes like underground, where it's like, yeah, you wouldn't have any air. Probably goes 50 miles or so from Arco to Hagerman. Yeah, the one in the Philippines goes through a mountain. I've seen pictures of it. I think they have more than one. Cheryl, she went swimming the other day in some little pond or whatever there by her town. It has a natural spring that comes out of the ground in the middle of it. Pretty cool. It looks like a fountain. You go out on the Arco Desert here, you wouldn't believe the things you see out there. They have Craters of the Moon Park out there, all the hot pots and stuff like that. Pretty cool. I took my dog in that one cave. That one's not bad though. You just climb down the little hole and it's all huge. There's a lot of cool caves here. Most of them are pretty safe and open. Wow, that was a huge pothole. That one could swallow your car. Green River to Lake Powell in 76. Stung by a scorpion. The Ute said I would get sick. Said I would not, and I didn't. Yeah. Some of that depends on. Oh, that's cool, buddy. Yeah, I'll have to email you some pictures of that beetle. I say if it's something you're really interested in, we can figure everything out. I even know a guy that could probably put new seats in it and stuff like that, you know. I know a guy that knows cars. I'll have to wait till I get to the VA, Robert. Can't get into my, if I get into my email, it'll close my stream, I think. I have to pull everything back up, set everything back up. But Barrow's dad, he's a hell of a Volkswagen mechanic. He ran an auto shop for years, and one of his favorite little cars is the Beetle. He's got a bunch of them. You want a really cool bug, you talk to Barrow's dad, have him make you a deal. He's got a rat rod one with a Chevy 358 on the front of it. Cool. Yeah, Barrows and his dad, they built one hell of a little rat rod Volkswagen Beetle. It just has a Beetle cap sitting on top of the rat rod. There's not much Beetle to it, but it looks like a Beetle. I'll have to send you a link to a good video of his dad's Doodlebug and see what you think about it. That's cool. Yeah, Beetles are cool. They're really cool little cars. Like say over in Hawaii, you get one of them like little, get you like a surfboard rack and put on the roof, put you a couple boards on there. That's right, just enough Beetle to title it as a Beetle. Do what, Robert? Being a mechanic is very hard life. You learn how to change your oil and stuff like that. That's pretty simple. There's just a few things you got to learn to really look out for, but make sure everything's good. But I'm a gamer. I play Call of Duty. Yeah, you want to take one of them Solex carbs off, put you a good Weber on there. You can get a real good Weber. Take the Solex off, throw that on there, you have 10 times the car. The Solex carb is a piece of garbage. You can make them run all right, but it's all right. That's about it. Yeah. Yeah, the Weber carbs, I swear by them. They're a hell of a carburetor. Weber knows what they're doing when it comes to making carbs. Eat so many snacks, I might just have to put my money in my gas tank. It's all right, Robert. You just got to pick them up when you get a good deal on them, you know. I think it says it runs and drives great and everything. It just looked like the top had been shot for a while and the weather got in and rotted the seats on it. The seats look a little rotted and they ripped across. You can either reupholster them or find some nice aftermarket, like little racing seats or whatever, put in there. Ari played World of Warcraft, huh? Yeah, he was telling me that he plays a little Call of Duty too. I had a friend in the military. Whenever the new update come out for World of Warcraft, they raise the level caps and add all the new stuff. He'd take a week or two of leave off work just to sit home and almost play World of Warcraft 24 hours a day. By the time he came back to work, he had it all leveled out through the new expansion. Little bastard lie. I think he said he played a little Call of Duty Warzone, but it was like he really sucks at it. And he said he was playing some Mario style game with his boy the other day for the holidays. No, okay. I've been away from my daughter for almost 10 years now. I seen her last year up in Seattle. Okay, I have a niece that's from Nampa, and my sister lives in Caldwell, which is pretty close. That's about 4 hours from me. Yeah, there's some cool stuff up there. You can find some cool cars up there because they have emissions up there. So if the car won't pass emissions, they'll sell it pretty cheap. Yeah, it's about 4 hours from here to Boise, and Nampa's just down the road here. Yeah, my sister built a great big new house up in Boise, or Caldwell. Oh, about 8 years ago, about 2012, 2013, something like that. I was stationed at Mountain Home when they built their house there. No, I don't know about Canyon County. I know where Boise is. I think it's like Boise, Nampa, and Caldwell, and that Eagle, and I don't know. There's like 3 or 4 counties right there, I think, or cities, whatever, that have emissions. Not sure about Canyon. Yeah, if you go up there, Ada. Yeah, I think it is. I think it is all the Ada County right there. It's right there in that area though. But way back in '77, man, I was born in '84. I was still swimming in '77. Little tadpole. Yeah, there's some pretty mountains up there. Getting into all the snow. 67. Wow. Could be my daddy. Trick living in Boise. You registered your car in Nampa, so you didn't have to do the emissions. Yeah. Yeah, I think it's like Boise, Garden City, Eagle. There's like 3 or 4 big towns right there that have emissions. Like I seen a done out Camaro while I was up there. Somebody had a big built racing motor in it, all this crap, and they wanted to sell it for like $2,000, $3,000, something like that, because they couldn't register it. You get in there, people move there, can't get their car registered, and they're like, well, crap, I guess I'll just sell it cheap. Weston. Getting down into the Utah City area. Getting close. Yeah, that whole Ada County or whatever, they're like one of the only places in Idaho that has emissions. When I was in Alaska, we had emissions. That was a pain in the butt. Go in and pay and get it all tested and everything every I think it was 2 years. Yeah, it's crazy barrows. Some of them are like that. Like up in Alaska, if it was like 30 years old, you didn't have to have an emissions tested. 20 or 30 years. They were like, nope, you're exempt. There are a lot of guys built their big off-road trucks and put 4 barrels on them and headers and all that crap, and they literally change it back to all the stock stuff to pass emissions. Or there was a couple known shops up there that did guarantee you passed your emissions. You just paid them so much and they give you a sticker. Yeah, that's like I say, barrels. That's how you get the good deals. People move up there, don't want to deal with the hassle, so they sell them cheap, and you get you a good deal, and then drive it back down to where we're at, and you can register it and drive it around just fine. Yeah, my dad was just telling me how my one grandma registered her car in Idaho Falls, which she just did because she mainly lived there. Because Montana was so expensive to register your car all the time. And I was like, If you're a resident in Montana, you pay your registration and it's for life. It doesn't expire. That's what Hubie's trying to get into. Get his Montana stuff done, and he registers cars there for life for a fraction of what it costs California per year. Man, the sun's a shining bright. Big old mountains there, covered in snow. Let's see, Salt Lake, 99 miles. 99 more miles. Probably a few to the VA hospital. I say once I get down around Salt Lake, I'll end my stream because you don't want to have, you got to pay full attention in that Utah traffic. Them dang carrot snappers, they drive like idiots. I think I need to replace some struts and stuff on this thing. It's getting a little rough. Vibrates and stuff. Could be because the tires are pretty much bald too, but that's why I drive my tractor so much, because the tires about shot on this one. I got brand new tires on the Geo, so can't wait. I gotta get home, drill them holes, and put my plow on there. I'm excited. Have my little plow set up on my little truck. It'd be cool. Be good for getting in and out of work. When it actually starts snowing, my work snows in pretty quick. Got all open fields around my boss's driveway, so get some wind, it all drifts in. Your car knocks when it takes too sharp a turn. It's most likely a CV axle. When your CV joints are going, when you turn the wheel all the way and move, it goes kunk, 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 kunk. Ball joints, could have a little to do with the ball joints. Like I say, it's that little joint in your CV axle. Yeah, CV axles, it's the labor that costs you. You can get a CV axle for about $50. Ball joints can raise some hell too, but usually your clunking is a CV joint. Yeah, that's right. When you change a CV axle, you change the ball joints, because you got to tear all that crap apart to get the CV axle out. So you might as well just press the ball joints out, and put new ones in. Hey, Hajer, how you doing, my friend? Yeah, I say tear it apart, put new ball joints in, new CV axles. It'll get you down the road. Yeah, your Saturn. You say, I'm pretty sure you had a Saturn. A wagon, man. Wagons are getting hard to find. They're all SUVs and stuff now. Yeah, that's what I say. Like Barrow says, it's the labor that'll bite you on that one. Even if you're good and you do it pretty fast, the shop rate on it is probably a bit ridiculous. I don't know how mechanics are in Hawaii, but I say that's what saves us all the money. We work on our own cars. Fly me in next week. Huh? It'd probably be about the same cost to fly me there as the mechanic bill. Be a good bit for carry on though, and my baggage to haul my tools. Got miles, awesome. Yeah, I think you got to be certified to do a safety inspection, but I don't have any kind of certifications, and they probably have to have a Hawaii certification on safety check. I've thought about using my VA benefits to go to school and get certified as a mechanic just so I have the piece of paper. Woodruff, Samaria. I say when it comes to fixing cars though, I'm pretty dang handy at it. Yeah, okay. He just lost his safety check license. Yeah. Like I say, you probably got to pay a pretty good amount of money and go in and be certified and all that good stuff. Exit 3. Yeah, Jiffy Lube does a pretty good job, and they usually do stuff like that where it's required. There's not that much to the safety checks. It's just that they want the extra money is all it is. Jiffy Lube's getting expensive. They're like $100 for an oil change now. I can do it for like 20. Go to Walmart, get a 5-quart deal of oil and a filter, and go home. And it takes me about 5 minutes to do the job, and you're done for $20. Being a like I say, I can do an oil change on about any of my cars for $20-$30. My old cars though, I like to run something good with. You gotta have the right oil when you're running the old like regular, not roller camshafts and stuff. You don't have a roller motor to run the right oil, or you'll take your camshaft out. And the right oil can cost you about $50-$60 or so. Like I say, that's when you're doing some high performance stuff on an old classic car. And I really don't change the oil on them quite as often because I don't ever drive them a whole lot. So it's probably like a once a year kind of thing. I drive my old cars in the summer. I'm thinking about putting a new heater core in my 68 T-Bird and getting the heat and air conditioning running. Get it all done and paint it up and drive it year round. And if I ever need it, it's there and going, you know. I'm not too worried. I got my 68 runs, my truck runs, this car runs, and I got my little Geo, so not too worried about running out of cars. I kind of got a bunch of them. Some places lube all your stuff up with an oil change. It just depends. Like some shops will do like an 80-point inspection and they'll lube stuff and things like that. But some of them, they'll even check your ball joints, CV joints, all that kind of stuff. Just depends on where you take it in and what you ask them to do. You might have to pay a little extra for the grease and stuff, but I think Jiffy Lube can do all that. Oh man, a bunch of holes there, and I missed every one of them. Idaho Falls is our nearest airport, but I'm getting ready to start my horse season, so it's going to be a good while before I can travel. I don't think you'd be electric power steering on that 97 Saturn. It should be old school power steering. Yeah, I don't know a whole lot about Saturns. My nephew picks them up all the time. My nephew's always driving a Saturn. he kills cars really fast too. He's really rough on cars. Turn my temperature down. I'm sweating like a bugger in here. Need to take my sweatshirt off too. Pull my hoodie off. Oh man, try to pull my leg up to steer while I pull my hoodie off and getting a Charlie horse. Oh, out of a 96 Saturn wagon. Okay. Didn't know they did it that long ago. I say I don't work on a lot of new cars. I do a good number of jobs on new cars, but mostly it's not with the steering. $35,000 miles for a round trip from Idaho. That's cool. Yeah, till tomorrow I start training my race horses. And then I got about 2 months or so. I'll have race horses in the barn. Then we'll haul them up to Seattle, and I might have to go up to Seattle to haul camper up there, haul horses up there, whatever. Don't like driving that far. I thought about telling my boss I'm just not going to do that, but I don't know. Everyone has problems trying to set up his camper, so he likes me to go and do it. But all you got to do is turn the system on, hit a button, and it jacks it up off the truck, and then you push level, and it levels itself. So I don't know how that's so hard to hook up. Yeah, that Cash for Clunkers got rid of a lot of good cars. People are dragging in these old cars just to get money out of them, and they ended up ruining and crushing a lot of our good classic cars. Hey, Justino, how you doing there, buddy? Plymouth. Da-da-da. Now let's keep an eye out for Plymouth Rock. I heard that's a famous thing. I haven't seen the entry and I missed it. $2.99 for gas here. It's $2.64 at home. That's regular. I gotta get the premium stuff for my little turbo car, or else it ticks. It gets a little pre-detonation. Little truck with Trump signs on it over there. Plymouth never did a truck or car called the Rock. Yeah, that's right. Now they can't. I don't think you can name anything the Rock anymore. He'd probably sue you. The Plymouth Rock. That'd be a cool car. Sounds like a Plymouth that just sit there and never move. You can call most Plymouths rocks. Most of the sand on the desert here is old Mopars, just rotted away. Now they're dust in the wind. All we are is dust in the wind. Man, we're going uphill again. Means it should be all downhill on the way home, right? It says I'm averaging 29 miles a gallon. I'm right on 80, set my cruise, because if I go over 80, it kills my mileage more. Say if I had a good back road and I had the time, I'd drive like 45 all the way home. I'd get like 45 miles a gallon. All blew over to Kansas. Dodge is a hard car to find in good condition. There's a few of them. Kim got one that's pretty clean. It's got some rust in it though and falling apart a little, but it's fairly clean. Got to go back into the 50s to get a Dodge that's fairly solid. Back into the 60s, they started making them out of pop cans or something, beer cans. That little dart Barrows has, you can bend the bumper with your bare hands. I don't think my Geo you could have bent the bumper with your bare hands. That's saying something. Mopar or no car. Yeah, they cut so many corners there is no car left. Yeah, somebody was telling me that was all BS. I said, yeah, go over to Barrows' channel. He does a whole little walkthrough, peels the undercoating off. You can see right through the floor, through the joints and stuff. They needed to do them a lot more hardcore, about 1,000 more spot welds per car and heavier metal. Ford Flex? Nah, mine's a Fusion. Fusion titanium with a 2.0 EcoBoost. Wish I could afford a Flex. Those are expensive. Yeah, spot weld 6 inches apart don't do much because that gives it enough room to work itself apart. The vibration and shifting. Oh, are they good? I think they're decent cars. I'd say they're a little pricey. I think brand new they're around 50,000 or so when I looked at them. Yeah, Ford, they might as well have just welded the damn seams because they spot weld them so close. They're welded. Under 10,000, nice. I say it all depends on the motor. Do your research because every year they're different. I just seen a deal yesterday, a 2012 Ford F-150 with a 3.5 EcoBoost. They they were just changing the motor out on it, and it had over 1,000,000 miles. The odometer stopped at 999,999.9. Yeah, that's the best thing. If you have a good, trustworthy mechanic, have them inspect it and kind of talk to them about it before you buy it. Some of these motors, it doesn't matter what kind of car it is. There's some motors that are really good, solid motors, and there's some that are just garbage. The one in Barrow's wife's car, heard they changed up the design of the 2.0, and they have some kind of dirty little problems to them sometimes. Yeah, that's why Dodge is fast, and they do good burnouts because all the weights in the front, they didn't balance the weight properly in them, so too much weight on the front axle and you got nothing for traction on the back axle. There's a lot of things goes into designing a proper car, so it'd be good if you could to get scales, or at least two different scales, and put the rear end on a scale and the front end on a scale so you can actually get it balanced properly, but distribute the weight just right. You can, if you know what you're doing, like Barrows did with that Dart, you can set the motor in there and look at the suspension and kind of tell what you got going on. And when he slid that other motor back further in there, it had a real nice stance to it and looked right. But experience is one of the biggest things with building cars or fixing cars or anything. Say they can rate a job at 3.5 hours, and I could probably do it in 30 minutes because I know what I'm doing. I have the right tools, the experience, and just got her going on. It's a gift. Not all people do mechanic stuff. Some people are mechanical, and some people are good at other stuff. I'm not artistic at all. I can't draw a good line. I can't. Gotta have a square just to draw a straight line. There's people who can take a pen and just throw their hand across something, make a perfect straight line, know exactly how many inches it is, pretty much just looking at it. And I'm like, no, I got a measuring tape and a square for a reason. Tremont. Tremont's Utah. A lot of people call it Tremonton or something. Every inch you move an engine back from the front axle, you take 100 pounds off the front end and move it to the rear end for traction and weight transfer. Yeah, that's right. Like I say, you want to have the weight on the front for traction and stuff when you're steering, but you want most of the weight on that back axle to get traction. And you get one of these Dodges like that Darty's got with the original motor in it, you're not going to drive that on an icy road because it's not going to have any traction. The front wheels might steer all right. Back wheels going to pass you. I'm back now. No, I'm still driving. I got probably about 80 miles or something to go. Ogden, Salt Lake. Doo-doo-doo. We got to go to the hospital here in about 3 hours to my appointment. Got about 3 hours, and then I'll go to my appointment, and I'll probably grab a hamburger or something. I don't know. Depends on how hungry I am, and get a little food in my tummy, and then head back. Yeah, I'm averaging about 30 miles a gallon. Let's say freeway speed kind of takes it out. These turbos have a lot of power, but when you put weight on them and stuff, and you're going the wrong speeds and stuff, just kills the fuel mileage. Now we're cutting onto the other road here. I'm gonna go in between two semis here. Okay, one got over. Merging here, and then we get the other lane and work our way around. Yeah, I might just go another about 18 minutes. The big block Ford 460 so far back in the 58. Those 6-cylinder stock springs are too heavy. Now I have to find lighter springs for it. Yeah, that's the thing when you're building a car and modifying a car. A lot of people just slap the motor in there and call it good. They wouldn't really realize that their suspension wasn't going down at all. And they just build it and be like, man, this is the roughest riding piece of crap I ever seen in my life. When in fact, it's just, yeah, that's your 4-cylinder horsepower. Turbo gives you horsepower, but doesn't give you torque. I like them big blocks. It doesn't matter what you're pulling, how fast or slow you're going, and get about the same. Have so much torque, nothing speeds you up or slows you down really. Goes. My dang Pandora's playing in the background or what? It shows it's playing an advertisement right now. I don't have it on. Hit the pause button there. I don't know. I see a lot of them Hondas build up spank about any V8, but that's all freaking weight. You build one of those like 91 CRXs, the whole car weighs like 800 pounds, so you're 1,000 pounds with a driver against a 3,000 or 4,000 pound car. My buddy Andrew got pissed because he had that 5.4 trike pickup, and he tried to race my little Honda Civic with the 1.8 in it, and I smoked him. I think 1.7, what that is, but yeah, I smoked his V8 in that little Honda. Man, I don't know how you beat me because I got no weight. Depends on the car and the driver. A lot of drivers don't have the skill or the balls to do a lot of things you got to do to win. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah. Yeah. I say I was racing him in a little 1.7 Honda. It probably had like 125 horse, if that. Yeah, he hit that sucker, and I hit mine down, and I just smoked him. I had a 5-speed too, and he had an automatic. That makes a world of difference. If only these guys had learned how to racing shift in a good 5 or 6-speed, they'd be smoking their old times. They say you got to listen to Punisher. You can't run a 5-speed with the horsepower he had. As long as you learn how to shift properly, these manuals will smoke about anything with an automatic. Nook and cranny. Starting to get into some of the crazy traffic here. Let's say trying to push this out 2 hours, and then we'll end it. And I don't know if we'll live stream on the way home or not. Might just turn up my music and roll. I like to crank my tunes up. Not many people in here, but probably get some rewatching it. Longer runners, you can actually get some torque out of them. Yeah, them 5.4s, they got a little, they go all right, but they're no powerhouse. This little Honda van, they're just flying by me. I'm doing the speed limit. I'm not a fan of the 5.4. They're built all screwy, and they got them stupid cam phasers and everything else. Drowsy drivers, next exit, 3.5 miles. I want you to pull over and rest. Looked like it blanked out there for a second and went black. Black again. Yeah, I don't have a whole lot of signal here. Going through the open country. Yeah, that's the thing. How much further? Probably about 70 something miles. I don't know. I was going to turn my GPS. I can do my Hey Google thing here. Hey Google. It's not listening with my phone going, I think. Navigate to VA Hospital, Salt Lake City, Utah. Man, my voice stuff ain't working with my live stream on. Oh well. I'm gonna end her soon. Yeah, probably at least an hour by the time I get through traffic and all that good stuff. It's about a 3-hour drive, and I started streaming when I left home, and I'm almost at 2 hours now. So once you get into Salt Lake, you never know how the traffic will be, though. I'll probably be there about 12:30, and then I'll just probably walk around for 2 hours, hour, maybe walk for an hour, go check in, do a bunch of stuff. Yeah, that's what I say. You never know with the traffic when you get into Salt Lake. A 20-minute drive could take you an hour and a half. It depends on what time you get there, how stupid it is. I'm going to be there about lunchtime, so it could be all kinds of stupid. They say we like to stay out of this part because a lot of people think it's really bad, but where I've been all over the world, it don't bother me much. Hell, you go over to Qatar, they have like 8 and 10 lane freaking roundabouts and stuff. People fly in and out of them things like it's nothing. Here, roundabout makes everybody lose their mind. They're starting to catch on, I think, but yeah, they're roundabouts really throw people for a loop. Yeah, I think my phone's making my car think too hard because on this car, all my voice stuff, my GPS, all that runs through my phone. So with my live stream going, it don't know what to do. Normally I can just say, hey Google, and tell it whatever, and it does it for me. But one of my next things is going to be saving up, buying new tires for this thing. I can get a full set of Goodyear from Walmart for about $500. So yeah, we're getting some of them roundabouts for roundabouts in Idaho too. Getting some wild stuff. Let's see, 1100 South. Okay. Here they don't even put like parts of town on the freaking signs. Perry and Logan. Getting close to Logan, Utah. My ex texted me about my daughter wanting to do pottery classes or something. I'll look at that when I get down here and get off my stream. Say a few more minutes, we'll kick this off. I'll just stop it at 2 hours. Only got 2 people in here anymore. This is like the quietest live stream I've done since I started. Everybody probably at work or sleeping today. And most of my friends are in the Philippines, and they're middle of the night right now, like 1:30 a.m. or something. Yeah, that's right. We need to build a wall in Idaho to keep the Utards out. Carrot snappers. My dad calls them carrot snappers. Guess they grow a lot of carrots or something down here. A lot of people call them carrot snappers. How's that for a racial slur. Probably the first one anybody ever heard. Salt Lake, 53 miles. There you go. We're getting her. We're getting her. We're still almost on 3/4 of a tank of gas. Yeah, this little car does pretty dang good. When I just drive the highway and go into Idaho Falls to do my watering and stuff, I get 39 miles to the gallon. And now they grow a lot of mushrooms in Utah. That says it all. Are they fun guys now? Utah, the fun guy state. Should have brought an AR-15 and some of my cool stuff, and we could have done some escape from polygamy stuff. Go down, find one of the polygamous compounds and break people out. Got like black SUVs driving around for security and stuff. You watch that escaping polygamy show, they're always like, oh man, they'll come after us. Oh, yeah, you don't scare me. I go in there and rescue people. Never worry about it. Give me a good AR-15 with a scope on it, or just a like EOTech sight on it and a 50 cal. I'll get them all out. Yeah, that's like clear down toward Arizona. They're the border people. There's actually a lot of them in Arizona. My buddy at Hurlburt Field, when I was stationed down there, his wife left a polygamy compound. Man, down to one. See, if I just brought you with me, Barrows, we could have just talked right here. I know how much you love Utah. Yeah, Utah and Arizona is like the biggest polygamy states, I think, or polygamy spots right there along the border. Should have swiped my dad's credit card for this trip. Then I could have had lots of fun. Thought about asking him if I could take it just in case I got a flat tire or something. I'd be screwed. FLDS. Oh, I know all about it. I grew up in the LDS church. I've watched all the shows about polygamy. I even watched the Big Love series on HBO or whatever. Used to watch that with my ex. That I don't know. I think he might be dead by now. I don't know. He's pretty old, but that big prophet guy that got busted, he was still running the whole church from prison. Had people go in and visit him and stuff, and he'd give all the commands and all that. They got busted for food stamps too, because they had all the gals going in and getting food stamps, and then they'd take their food stamp cards and they were buying groceries and stockpiling it in warehouses and stuff. Had like big compounds built, big warehouses. And they'd go in with all the food stamp money and get truckloads of food to stockpile their warehouses. The government moved in on them on that, seized a lot of it and all that. I'm sure they got a lot hidden out where nobody knows. A lot of people got a lot of stuff hid nobody will ever know about. So. Well, we're at 2 hours, so I'm gonna shut her down. We're getting into some wild traffic, and weird when he took over. Yeah, that was one crazy dude. He had like 30 wives. Half of them was like 12 years old and stuff. So well, I'm gonna shut her down. Have a good one, Barrows. We'll chat with you later. Come over and show you the snow plow when I get her all mounted up and junk. So I'm gonna crank the stereo up, play some wild music, and set my GPS up and all that. So we'll catch you later. Everybody take care.